Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have not been on here in forever and it feels absolutely insane, so I'm very glad to be back. These are my new glasses. I'm actually incredibly blind. I've actually gotten worse. The last time I had an eye exam was 4 years ago, which was absolutely insane. So these are actual real glasses, not like blue light glasses or anything. I actually have to have them to see. So yes. Anyway, that's not the topic of today's video. Today's video, I wanted to talk about my hair loss experience. I've actually been a little more open about it recently, and I've actually been to my several doctors to try and figure out what on earth could possibly be going on. So I just wanted to open up about it and allow other people to listen to my story and feel comfortable about sharing their experience. So my hair loss experience started about three and a half years ago, right after I graduated high school, pretty much. I don't know exactly how it started because I wasn't pregnant or anything. I don't have any postpartum hair loss or anything like that. It's just my hair started to fall out. And throughout this video, I'll try and put up some different pictures to show what my hair looked like before. But my hair was definitely a lot thicker. It had a lot more volume. It had like this really nice shine to it. It was really healthy. I feel like I didn't really have split ends either. Like my hair was really good for a long period of time. Even though I was born with like really fine, thin hair, my mom always kept it really short in the hopes that my hair when I got older was a little bit thicker. That didn't really happen, but that's okay, at least she tried. Anyway, my hair just started falling out, not extremely, but I noticed in the shower, like when I would shower, I would wash my hair and I would pull out like tiny clumps, and I would just kind of like pull out individual pieces of hair in those clumps and realize it was quite a bit of hair, and I just let it wash down the drain. And I was like, well, maybe I need to be eating more vegetables or whatever I thought I needed to be doing by myself. So I would eat something else and change my diet for a little bit in the hopes that it would help increase the strength of my hair, and maybe my hair would grow back, be a little thicker. I would use different masks. I would look up on Pinterest different ideas for masks, like mayo and eggs, mix that together, put it on the hair, olive oil, eggs, olive mayo, eggs. I would do just a bunch of different things in the hopes that it would give my hair the vitamins that it needed. I started taking biotin. I hadn't been taking biotin before, so I started taking biotin, and I like looked up the right amount that I should be taking, and I think it's like 5,000 mcg or something like that. I was just supposed to be taking a lot, so I was taking a lot, and I wasn't seeing a doctor or anything. I didn't ask anybody. I didn't really tell anybody about it. I was just like, it's okay, like I'm not bald or anything, so it doesn't really matter. So I started taking biotin, and then after my first semester of college, I had a really bad experience. My first semester was really rough. I went through some really trying things during my first semester. So when I came home after my first semester, I decided to cut all my hair off. I went with a pixie. And my hairstylist at that time was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you did this, because she was realizing that, sorry, my cat was about to knock over my video. Anyway, I was wearing a lot of buns, so like my hair was breaking at like pretty much the base of my head. So I had a lot of hair damage, like pretty much here down, because of all the buns that I had been wearing, because my hair would be so tight because I was in sports, so I wanted my hair out of my face. So anyway, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're doing a pixie, because it's really gonna help with your hair growth and it'll make it a lot thicker. It'll be able to get the nutrients back. And I was like, oh my gosh, what a great idea. Even though I was traumatized and I was looking to get a different look, I mean, I even got the benefits of getting healthy hair. Anyway, my pixie really did do wonders for my hair. My hair was a lot thicker. I had much more volume. It was just really beautiful. Honestly, I miss my short hair. It was just absolutely amazing. I loved having short hair because it was so easy to take care of. And I literally showered, I washed my hair like maybe 3 times a week. I just didn't have to wash it as much because it was short and I didn't have to worry about what it would look like because I could barely even curl it. Like one side of my head was, this side was shorter than this side. So like this side of my hair was just a little bit longer, it was a little bit wavier, it didn't really do much. So I was just grateful to have my pixie, get a new look, feel better about myself, and also have the benefits of getting my hair back to its normal healthiness. Anyway, that's been 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, since I cut my hair into a pixie. And my hair was in like a really short format for probably a year because my hair doesn't grow very fast at all. That was another genetic benefit that I received from my family. Anyway, so my hair was very short. Like in all of my engagement photos, my hair is super short because it just wasn't growing super fast or anything. And we got engaged like 8 months after I had cut my hair. Anyway, so my hair was pretty short, even though it was a lot healthier though, it was still looking really good. I wasn't washing it as often. I wasn't putting a bunch of products in my hair. I didn't really curl it. I don't use a lot of heat on my hair. Like this is the first time I've curled my hair in 2, maybe 3 months. I just don't curl my hair very often. It just takes a long time for any girl with any amount of hair. It just takes a long time to curl your hair. So I never used a lot of heat on it, even when my hair was short. I didn't straighten it ever. I never straightened my hair. When I curled it, like I rarely curled it too. So my hair was just fine. It was doing what it was supposed to do. And then after my hair probably got about shoulder length, I realized that it was kind of falling out again. And not in huge major clumps or anything like that, but big enough clumps that I noticed it was like quite a few hair follicles that were coming out of my head. And I was kind of concerned, but I was like, okay, everything's fine. Like, you know, I'll just make sure to mask, not wash as often, things like that. And I was just trying to like cover up my insecurities and be positive. Anyway, it's been probably since COVID started, if not a little before COVID started, that I realized my ponytail went from being about that big to about this big. Very small, very fine. My hair was just, I was losing a lot of hair and I really started to freak out. And I called my mom, I was crying, I was really upset. I was like, Mom, my hair's falling out and I don't know what's wrong. So I went to my doctor. She's like, go to your doctor, get your thyroid checked. So I got my thyroid checked. Everything was like exactly where it should be. You know, sometimes they're like, oh, you know, you're like on the lower end. No, I wasn't even on the lower end. Everything was fine. Like my body was working the way it was supposed to be working. I was still taking biotin. In fact, I was even taking prenatals because my mom encouraged me to take prenatals. Even though I wasn't pregnant, she was like, it still has a lot of good nutrients for your body. It'll help you. Just take all of those and make sure to, you know, eat lots of fruits and vegetables because those also help with hair growth. Make sure to eat eggs. I don't really like eggs, but I was like, okay, I'll eat egg salad sandwiches. Like that'll make up for the difference. But my hair was still just falling out. Anyway, it's been within the past couple weeks that I called my mom again and I was talking to her about my hair loss. And I was like, she asked me, do you use dry shampoo? Do you still use dry shampoo? I was like, yeah, I use it pretty much every day. And she was like, cut back and then don't use it. She was like, she showed me all these websites. They were credible. I'm an English major. I know exactly where to look for a credible source. And they were credible sources. And if you don't wash your hair properly and you don't make sure to actually like treat it and give it treatments to make sure that those like particles from the dry shampoo are actually off your scalp, it'll suffocate your hair and it'll close up those follicles and make your hair fall out. So I've really tried to cut back my use on dry shampoo like as much as possible. And I'm sure there's plenty of good brands out there. I'm not like knocking dry shampoo. If you're using it, that's totally fine. But for me personally, I've decided to cut back on my use of dry shampoo in the hopes that it will help with my hair growth. I am eating, you know, regularly. I take all my vitamins. I wash my hair. I try to make sure to leave my natural oils in my hair as much as possible to encourage my natural hair growth. it's been a hard trial for me to deal with, because for me, and I'm sure for many other women, our hair is like a source of power. It's what we can change in order to change who we are. We color it, we cut it, we shave it, we do all kinds of things to our hair. We shape it, you know, we do this, we beach wave it, whatever. Our hair is our source of power, and if we don't have that hair, then it's really hard to feel like we are ourselves. But I've been trying to, I don't necessarily think cope is the right word, but along the lines of that, I've been trying to just deal with the fact that, okay, you know, maybe this is my hair for the rest of my life, and I have to just kind of deal with that and take care of it and do my very best to just be positive about the situation that I'm in. You know, if I have to wear hats on a certain day to make myself feel better, I'll wear hats, or whatever it takes to, you know, make myself feel like my hair is the way I want it to look. Whether it means I get halo hair extensions, or I cut it again to promote even more hair growth, or I have to go on a completely vegetarian diet for a little bit to try and change up my hair routine. But I feel like sharing this story, I hope that other girls will be able to understand that, you know, everybody goes through some really difficult things sometimes, including losing hair. But we are tough. We are super tough. And my hair does not define me. If one day it decided to completely fall out, I'd probably just wear a wig. And I would be happy to wear a wig. And I would tell everybody, you know what, wear a wig because it makes you powerful. And I'd wear a rainbow wig too, because if I feel like wearing a rainbow wig, I'm gonna wear a rainbow wig. But for all those ladies out there who are losing hair, who are experiencing extreme hair loss, your hair doesn't define you. It doesn't make you who you are. You are more than that on the inside. You are beautiful inside and out, with or without hair, with or without eyebrows. It doesn't matter. And that's my take on hair loss. I'm going to either kick it in the butt, or it's gonna try and take me down, but I will not allow that to happen. So keep being yourself, keep striving to do what makes you happy, and I hope the very best for each and every one of you. I'm so glad to have all of you here on this platform. I can't even believe it, honestly, sometimes that I share my life, but I hope that by sharing my life, I can impact others for the greater good. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.